Cod sperm.
What?
A lot of people still don't think you touched the plate.
Hello viewers, that is Max Whittle.
And that is Jemel15, and this is the Bases Covered Virtual Road Trip episode 5.
Woo! Wait, before we start, a warning. This episode features deep fried balls testicle sandwiches.
So drop a comment below if you want Jemel to eat one.
Wait, what? You know the drill, we give you the lowdown on the biggest teams in Major League Baseball and recruit celebrity fans along the way.
So give us a like, hit subscribe, leave us a comment as we travel way out west.
That's right, because this week we are in Denver with the Colorado Rockies. Rockies, there it is!
2-2
Rockies, there it is!
The Colorado Rockies are a wild team. They play their games at Coors Field at the foot of the Rocky Mountains.
Yes, and their stadium is so high up, they have a row of purple seats to mark 1 mile above sea level. And you know what that means, more home runs than anywhere else.
Yes, and fans can eat those famous deep-fried balls testicle sandwiches. Yes, as I said before, it is a wild place. So to tame this crazy team, we've got comedian and Rockies fan Adam Caton Holland on the show. Adam, welcome to our virtual road trip. Now, we heard you were the man to talk about Colorado and the Rockies, and now we can see why, my friend.
I'm glad my reputation's getting across the pond.
So we're pitching the Rockies as Major League Baseball's wild team. A team for the adventurous. Adam, would you say that's accurate?
I love that. I love that approach. Yeah, I mean, we're at altitude, we're a mile high. You never know how far the baseball is going to fly out of here. It's not for the faint of heart, this team. You got to be a little bit wild to get on board with the Rockies, that's for sure.
Who are your top 2 players at the moment?
Nolan Arenado is, in my opinion, the best player in baseball. And so if you don't put him up first, what are you doing? You don't know what you're talking about. Charlie Blackman is a fan favorite for sure. He's had this breakout season, and he looks like me times 1,000. He's got this big beard, and he's just quirky and weird. Charlie Blackman is a fan favorite for sure.
Okay.
What's been your greatest moment as a Rockies fan?
Oh man, so 2007 was the one year we went to the World Series, and the Rockies had this very legendary run where they literally won 21 out of 22 to earn their way into a 1-game playoff. And Matt Holliday scored this very controversial run. He tagged up on a blooper to the outfield. He slid across home plate. There was just chaos. Finally, the umpire said, safe. But there's no real good angle, so it's very like, a lot of people still don't think he touched the plate, but I don't care. The stadium lost their minds. That game was just, oh man.
It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for joining us. We hope to see you again very, very soon. You're an absolute legend.
Thanks, Adam.
Thank you. I hope to see you both in Coors Field in real life someday.
Okay, clearly Colorado is a wild place, so we wanted to recruit a celebrity fan who can handle themselves in any situation.
Yes, and we know just the guy. He used to play rugby for England. He's now a podcaster and soon to be an MMA fighter. It's James Haskell! James, welcome to Bases Covered. Straight off the bat now, what can you tell us about baseball?
Well, I mean, not a lot, lads, as you all look like pretty keno professionals. With all the gear and no idea. I tried baseball for the first time in Japan. I lived in Japan for a long time, and obviously got loads of batting cages. So I thought this is going to be easy. I'll be sweet at this. So I went down, put my helmet on. I was like, don't worry about this. Honestly, I don't reckon out of 30 balls I hit one of them.
If I asked you if you wanted to try a Rocky Mountain Oyster sandwich, what would you say?
There isn't someone in the world who hasn't eaten an oyster and gone like, you know, man down. I just don't need that level of like potential food poisoning in my life.
James, Rocky Mountain Oysters are actually bull's testicles coated in flour, salt and pepper and then deep fried, just as I like them. Would you now eat Rocky Mountain Oysters?
No, because there's just no need for that. There's no. I tell you why. There's just no need for that, right? At what point did just eating a chicken sandwich go wrong? Like where did you get bored of all the good stuff? I really don't want a sirloin steak today. Let's put the balls, testicles. Let's pound that up. Let's deep fry that. Let's put it in a sandwich. That's going to be good. And I'm looking at it going, can't I have a quarter pounder with cheese?
You played in Japan during your rugby career, where they love baseball, of course. So what was the most interesting / weird thing that you did eat?
Cod sperm.
What?
Yeah. Wait, this again.
No.
Yeah. And it tasted, as you would imagine, warm, salty and rank. Well, a bit of soy sauce. Why have you got to eat a cod spunk? Why? But I did, and it was rank.
Well played.
Let's move away from food now. And I just want to know, who's the wildest player you've ever played with or against?
Played against a guy called Henry Tuolangi, he was an incredible player. He's a lovely guy. Mate, when he used to run at you, oh my God. It would, the first person to try and tackle him, and it'd be like, you know when Blade hits someone with a stake and the guy just disintegrates into like dust?
Yeah.
That's like that. Henry just hit him, you'd be like, where's John gone? He was dust.
Okay, so it's safe to say you can handle yourself in a very hairy situation, and that's good because the Rockies, they're not for the faint-hearted.
No, they are not, but just to make sure, we've put together a series of difficult baseball scenarios, and for each one, James, we want to know how you would survive. So let's play a survival's guide to baseball. So James, you've caught the baseball in your beer cup, the whole crowd are looking at you. What are you going to do?
Well, with my former rugby playing background and my love of a boat race, you'd absolutely smash that pint down. Ideally not with the ball still in it, that would be an impressive trick, but I'd just neck it and carry on.
So James, you run to catch a ball but end up slamming through the boardings. How are you surviving that?
That guy looks like he's pretty hard, and he's hit the thing pretty hard, so I think he'll be alright. Be a little bit embarrassed, probably get up, dust yourself off, and to be honest with you, if you weren't playing that well, do a massive insurance claim and have a couple of weeks off.
You catch a ball but end up taking one in the face from the outfield wall. How are you surviving this one, James?
Well, I ran into a post in front of 80,000 people trying to score a try for England against Wales, and in the world of social media, everybody just plays it back to me. Go, mate, have you seen this? I'm like, yeah, no,
I lived it, mate.
It's me. That's my face almost. That's my neck almost breaking. I mean, look, if he's made the catch, he's eaten, and his face is eating the padding, that's not a problem. If he knocked himself out and then dropped the ball, that would have been way worse. But he looks like he started out pretty well.
Yeah, he did well. Okay, James, as a Colorado Rockies fan, you need to know who your star players are. So how about outfielder Charlie Blackman, aka Chuck Nasty?
1-2. This ball crushed deep right center field. Did he get it all?
So clearly, Charlie Blackman is a wild guy, and as an MMA fighter, you know what it means to look tough. But what do we think of this look on Max?
Well, I'm not sure whether to take him out for dinner because he looks very pretty with his poorly applied eyeliner, and it also looks like something out of the Rocky Horror Show. Have you ever seen the movie Kinky Boots? Because I think you'd be perfect for one of the stars in that.
Jemel, I'm so glad you asked that question. I'm so glad I applied my eyeliner now.
James, it's been an absolute pleasure. You had me crying this whole time. I've needed that laugh, so thank you very, very much. Hopefully, I'll see you very soon because, you know, I'd like more of these stories.
Anytime.
Thanks, James. James Haskell is a wild man, so he's a perfect match for the Rockies.
He is, but you know what I'm going to do now? It's time for me to sit back, relax, and hand it over to Max because it's time for the quick pitch.
The Padres are running hot this week. The boys in San Diego hit 5 Grand Slams in 6 games. Just call them Grand Slam Diego.
Towards the corner, it's back, it's gone! Welcome to Slam Diego!
Forget the Flying Dutchman, it's all about the Throwing Dutchman. Didi Gregorius on the money to earn the win in Atlanta. Ball game.
One run's gonna score! Away at the plate on Swanson!
Number 27, Lucas Giolito, had a night. The White Sox stud is the first pitcher this season to throw a no-hitter. Historic.
A no-hitter! The 19th in White Sox history! victory!
One of the greatest double plays you will ever see. Victor Robles shows us why you should always go for two.
Took a steep route to it, now he launches a throw to first! Look at that throw!
Introducing the little-known ethos pitch. Rarely seen and downright shocking to batters, Zach Greinke baffles the mind.
Oh, there it is. Unknown pitch.
You put on your best bow tie and a splash of cologne to take in the ball game, then this happens. Grin and bear it.
I can't bear to watch. Oh, wow.
And last but not least, back in spring training we hung out with David Bote, and look at him now. 4 RBIs, a home run, my man.
Run to make it 3-1.
Get in there, love it. From the pros to the celebs, it's time to check in on the bases covered All-Stars.
Yes, this week they took on a fielding challenge. Who won it? Well, keep watching to find out, and we'll see you guys next week.
Walk the walk. Walk the walk. Walk the walk. Don't you know?
We're now going to get into a game of knockout. So we're going to be fielding ground balls, and if you make a mistake, you're going to be out of the game. Okay, last one standing wins. We're going to start off in our ready position. Ball's going to come our way. We're going to get in position, field the ball, and throw the ball back to release. So what do you think? Got what it takes?
Yes, I'm ready.
Is it the reason I was born?
I'll go out on the first go.
How does he catch it?
Fumbled.
I think got the ball.
That's too easy.
Hey!
The host.
I don't know why you were trying to. I don't know why you were trying to do it with one hand as well.
There's a focus that I haven't seen all day.
I know that. Oh no!
Katie's going for the hat trick here. L's slick. Wow! These are professionel fielders. This is
I know. Look at this.
This is girl war.
Oh my gosh! How's this one? Is that it?
Els and Katie down to the end right there. Our winner performed under pressure there, so excellent job all around though.
For about 5 minutes, yeah. All-Stars on 3. 1, 2, 3. All-Stars!